Hi, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm president of the Institute for Creative Solutions, sharing foundational concepts about vibrant health through natural living. Today, I'm going to put in a plug for ethnic diets. Most societies that existed for thousands of years in one place found ways to combine the foods that were available to give a truly balanced diet. And one of the things we know about American Native societies was that they had a combination of corn and squash and tomatoes and some wild game that really was extremely nutritious for them. And we have changed the corn so much, it's not that great a nutrition anymore. We hardly ever eat squash. And the tomatoes and potatoes and peppers that were a big part of their diet, we use only as condiments. But if we were to go back to that combination, we would have a really healthy diet if we grew it organically and used the heirloom species instead of the ones that have been manipulated by crossbreeding and genetic engineering and so on. And wild game, fish, as a supplement for the protein. When you combine the squash and the beans and the corn, I don't think I mentioned beans, but that's a really important part. The corn and the beans and the squash together with the potato family and some wild game. So putting all those together make a really complete meal. And most traditional societies around the world have combined some kind of grass or grain with beans and then supplemented with wild game and eventually with stock where they were herding animals, whether it was sheep or goat or steer, that kind of animal that could give them the milk or the meat, and also the birds, the chickens and turkeys and ducks that could produce eggs every day to supplement the protein with those natural or agricultural products. So whatever your ethnic background may be, or you may come from 2 or 3 different backgrounds, check it out, look into it. The traditions that have been manipulated, like the Irish famine, where they were just eating one kind of potato that caught disease and wiped out millions of people and sent many millions to the US because of the famine. That was a distortion of the traditional local diet that was fine. Like potatoes do very well combined with sheep's milk and sheep's cheese, but if that's not available, you can't live by corn alone, you can't live by bread alone, you can't live by potatoes alone, you can't live by rice alone, and so on. So really investigate your own ethnic background, because that's probably the most comfortable for your body. And if you come from several, then play around with them, but that balance is key. So that's it for today. Randy Rolfe.